Hi, Liberty family. I'm Dr. Angela Martin, a physical therapist at Liberty Rehabilitation Specialists. Now that we are almost 4 weeks into our stay-at-home work safe declaration here in San Antonio, it's pretty likely that a number of you have had to change how you do your normal work responsibilities. Today, I'd like to show you how you can set up your home office space and then how you can carry that forward once you return back to your normal workspace. Before I get into the details, I want to start with a quick test. Take a look at this picture and count the number of things you see wrong with this setup, and then I'll provide the correct answer at the end of the video. While it's often difficult to find the perfect setup for your home office space without purchasing a lot of expensive equipment, this is one example of a better office setup. The goal of finding good body alignment when sitting at a desk is to try to achieve right angles or 90-degree angles. So we want the knees to be at about 90 degrees, the hips to be at 90 or just a little bit more, and then your elbows to be bent at about 90 degrees. Now notice here that I've made a couple more modifications to my setup. For one, I've put a cushion at my low back. This is to go along with the natural curvature of the spine in a more supportive manner. At home, you could take a towel roll and place it at your low back. Additionally, I've got pretty short legs, so I put a small cushion underneath my feet just so that my feet aren't dangling. Again, you could find a book or a very low step at home that you could place underneath your feet. Now, there's a couple of reasons why this setup isn't exactly perfect. The biggest one being that because I'm on a laptop, the screen is simply too low. Ideally, we want the top of the screen to be about eye level, and you don't want the screen to be any lower than about 35 degrees. So you can see here that the bottom of my screen is about 45 degrees below eye level. So now I'd like to bring you into my home office to show you some creative ways that I've set up a more ergonomically sound workspace. So as you can see, I've placed a couple books underneath my laptop to raise the screen to a more appropriate height. And I've also used a detachable keyboard to keep my elbows bent at a more appropriate angle. Okay, Liberty family, circling back to that quiz at the beginning of the video. How many fixes did you find? Let's take a look. First and foremost, my feet aren't on the ground. Number two, because my knees are in my lap, my knees are bent far more than they should be. Additionally, my knees are placed higher than my hips at less than 90 degrees. I'm reaching up to my laptop, therefore my elbows are less than 90 degrees. And because my laptop is in my lap, I'm having to look down at my computer screen. There are a number of different ways to correctly set up your desk or workspace, and oftentimes whenever I'm working with clients, my recommendations are very specific to their needs and their resources. Now, if you think that your desk setup may not be correct, if you have experienced a recent onset of low back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, or headaches because of switching to a home office or a new office space setup, do know that we are available to you. You can reach us in the phone number above, and we would be glad to assist with any physical therapy needs that you may have. Know also that we are currently open and offering telehealth services should you prefer that avenue.